In the earliest days of humanity, long before cities rose and civilizations bloomed, a heart-wrenching tragedy unfolded between two brothers, Habil and Qabil, the sons of Prophet Adam, a.s. What began as a test of faith turned into the first act of jealousy, anger, and ultimately, murder. This was not just the first crime on earth, it was a turning point in human history, a story that still echoes through time with powerful lessons about envy, righteousness, and the consequences of unchecked emotions. Join us as we uncover the emotional and spiritual depth of this ancient tale, one that holds a mirror to our own lives even today. Long ago, in the earliest days of humanity, before kingdoms, before prophets were sent to nations, there lived the very first human family, Prophet Adam, a.s., his wife Hawa, Eve, and their children. From this family came a story so powerful, so heartbreaking, that it became a warning for generations to come. It was a story of love, jealousy, and blood. A story of two brothers, Habil and Qabil. The birth of conflict. According to Islamic tradition, every time Hawa gave birth, she would deliver twins, a boy and a girl. As the children grew older, Allah, SWT, commanded that the twin boy of one pair should marry the twin girl of the other. This was how the human race was to continue. But when it came time for Qabil to marry Habil's twin sister, jealousy rooted itself deep within his heart. Qabil's own twin sister was beautiful, more so than Habil's. Yet, he was told she was not meant for him, she was to marry Habil. The anger, envy, and pride inside Qabil started to grow like a fire, burning his reasoning, blinding his heart. Why should he, the elder son, not get the girl he desired? Prophet Adam, a.s., seeing the conflict arise between his sons, sought Allah's guidance. Allah, in his infinite wisdom, commanded both brothers to offer a sacrifice. The one whose offering was accepted would be proven righteous and would marry the sister according to Allah's command. The sacrifice. Both Habil and Qabil prepared their offerings. Habil, a humble and pious man, chose the best of what he had, a healthy, strong sheep from his flock. He gave it sincerely, knowing that Allah only accepts from the righteous. Qabil, on the other hand, gave some crops, but not the best. He chose old, spoiled produce that he didn't care for. Their sacrifices were placed on a mountain, and in those times, a fire would descend from the sky to consume the accepted offering. The fire came, and it consumed Habil's offering. Qabil's remained untouched. His shame turned to rage. Rather than reflect on his own insincerity, Qabil let jealousy fester further. His pride was wounded. How could his younger brother be better than him? How could Allah favor him? Instead of repenting, instead of humbling himself before Allah, Qabil made a dark decision. The first threat. In a moment filled with hatred, Qabil turned to Habil and said, "I will kill you." Habil, calm and righteous even in the face of death, replied, "If you stretch your hand to kill me, I will not stretch mine to kill you. For I fear Allah, the Lord of the worlds. I want you to bear your sin against me and your own sin and be among the people of the fire. That is the reward of the wrongdoers." Qur'an 5:28-29. These words weren't weakness, they were the words of a man who knew the gravity of killing an innocent soul. Habil had full faith in Allah's justice. He did not fear Qabil, he feared the consequences of committing a sin that would live forever in history. The first murder. But Qabil, in his blind rage, did not listen. Envy had darkened his heart beyond reason. He struck his brother and took his life, the very first murder in human history. The earth, which had never before absorbed human blood, now drank it in silence. As soon as Qabil realized what he had done, he was overwhelmed with regret. His brother's lifeless body lay before him, and he did not even know what to do with it. For a moment, time stood still. Alone with the weight of his crime, Qabil became desperate and confused. A lesson from a crow. Then, Allah sent him a sign, a crow. 2 crows appeared, and one killed the other. The living crow then dug into the ground with its beak and claws, burying the dead one in the soil. Qabil watched in silence. Even a crow knew how to honor the dead. Embarrassed and remorseful, he said, "Woe to me! Am I not even able to be like this crow and hide the body of my brother? Qur'an 5:31. He dug a grave and buried Habil, still crushed by the weight of what he had done. But the consequences of his act had already begun to echo through time. The eternal warning Allah revealed in the Qur'an. Because of that, we decreed upon the children of Israel that whoever kills a soul unless for a soul or for corruption, done, in the land, it is as if he had slain mankind entirely. Qur'an 5:32. This story is more than just a tragedy between brothers. It is a warning. The first drop of innocent blood spilled on earth became a burden on Qabil's soul, and every unjust killing after that became linked to his sin. He opened a door, a path of evil, that would be walked by many, but he would bear part of its weight forever. The story of Habil and Qabil is not just about the first murder. It's a timeless reminder of what lies within every human soul, the potential for good and evil. Allah gave us the power to choose, just as He gave it to Qabil and Habil. Though centuries have passed since the tragedy of Habil and Qabil, their story continues to live on, not just in scripture, but in our hearts, our societies, and our choices. It is a story written not just in the pages of history, but in the very nature of humanity. We are reminded that the greatest battles are not always fought with weapons, but within the heart, between envy and contentment, between pride and humility, between anger and patience. The story of these two brothers is not just about a moment of violence, it's about the dangers of letting our emotions rule us and the importance of choosing righteousness, even when it's difficult. As we reflect on this story, let us carry its lessons forward. Let us purify our intentions, guard our hearts from jealousy, and remember that every action we take has a weight in the eyes of Allah. In a world still stained by injustice and hate, may we strive to be like Habil, patient, sincere, and faithful, so that we don't repeat the mistakes of Qabil. Because even today, the earth is watching, and history never forgets.